trust the British police?
I do. But remember my experience with the police in Nigeria was very negative. And coming to the UK, my first experience with the police was very positive. The police in Nigeria would rob us. So when people say, "Oh, I have this bad experience with the police because I'm black and they're white," I was like, "Well, I remember the police stole my brother's shoes and his watch."
His shoes?
Yeah, they took his shoes and his watch. It's a very poor country, so people do all sorts of things, and giving people a gun is just a license to intimidate. But that's not the bar we should use for British police. Obviously, it should be much higher. But my experience was so positive when I was burgled, for example. The police were there, very helpful. They eventually caught the person. This is 2004, so 20 years ago, the police did catch criminals, and now we've given them too much to do, in my view. So the police are the first line of defense for everything. And I think that burden makes it a lot harder for them to actually do the basics. And that's another thing that we need to look at.
Let's talk about some of the social issues that have exploded here.
Yeah, that's our own sister, the opposition leader of UK in opposition party. Yeah, I think in the other side, I agree with her because the British police is very intelligent and they are very powerful, and the technology also help them a lot, so to be able to capture everything that they need, and their work as a professionals also. So what she's saying, I think in the other way, if you are not deep thinker, you may think that maybe she's selfish or she's exposing Nigeria. But in the other way, it is true, because in African police, sometimes they take bribe, and they can even maltreat you, maltreat you without any cause. So what she's saying is just a truth. It's just a truth. Yeah. So nobody should put her in a turning way or in the negative way. Maybe it's your own way of understanding what she said, but what she said is true, really, because in Nigerian police, African police, they take bribe and sometimes they rob. But British police, you can rely on them. They are very professionals and they work hard also. Yeah. That's one of the best police we have in the world. That's true.